A long time ago, Tango introduced the Necromancer. The people of the village were scared of this mighty creature and its unsightly husks, and decided to fight it in an arena. The strongest guards would battle against the Necromancer to see if the village could be kept safe. Villagers from far and wide traveled to this event that was called the Necromancer Games. Welcome to the Necromancer Games, which is totally not something I made up because I'm scared to unleash necromancers on my actual village. We're gonna try out in this arena a little bit with the necromancers and or guards. Now we currently have two great guards, level 10 and level 9. So I'm sure they can easily deal with this husk. That wasn't very good, Mr. Silvercraft. So of course the next thing we're gonna do is actually spawn in a necromancer and just see how these guards, which aren't equipped at all, deal with it. That was pretty smooth. Now apparently necromancers also have a way to get other creatures in their power, so let's give it a couple. Well, that's one. He would have survived with armor. That's something that's clear. Meanwhile, this guard has leveled up crazy, so necromancers really help with leveling up the guards. Now I'm curious, like, it didn't look like the necromancer actually got control of the husks. Maybe that only happens with a zombie. Oh. Okay, so I had a small problem with my village not being recognized, but that was not a problem by the mod. That was a problem with my village design. So it should work again now. And it is working. I should... Oh, I don't have to help you. You're doing great. This is also a nice moment to remind you that please subscribe if you want to watch more of my videos. And now the moment is there. I want to know, can I beat the necromancer with just an iron sword and my iron armor? So let's place it right here. The guard will help me. Oh my god, the wither effect, of course. Thank you, guard. This is exactly why we test these things. So I've locked the guard in because I of course want to get the necromancer all by myself, and I'm totally gonna regret this. I did it! So now we know we can beat the necromancer. We're gonna see the bigger fights. So what if we don't have one necromancer, but 3 necromancers? So I checked their health and they're all doing pretty good, so clearly 3 is not enough for them. Let's double the amount and push you actually in. Now, at the end of each fight you see a lot of guards walking that way. That's because they're trying to deliver the emeralds, but because of the design of this arena, they can't, and let me show you why. The reason for this is that, well, there's trapdoors. You couldn't see them before because I made them invisible with a texture pack. Everywhere are trapdoors, and here are barrier blocks to block villagers from walking into the arena. This is also the Necromancer, which spawns husks. Actually spawns them inside of the arena. Although it didn't have the chance to do it this time. So that's just one of the tricks I use while making these videos. Barrier blocks are a lot in it. Now we have this little guard here, and we can also do village level 1, and now the level is 1. Small disclaimer though, that I only do the tricks for videos like this, like a testing arena, or the teacher parts, some things like that. The survival town is fully survival and I cannot do anything about it because it's on Tango's server. The village command is actually worth looking into. It's not documented yet, and well, most of you probably don't even have access to the mods yet. But if you do, check out the village command in the single player world. For example, village item makes the item you're holding a village item, which might help while setting up a village for the first time. Now let's do one last fight before we're going back to the village, knowing we can actually take on the Necromancer. They might actually lose this one. Whoa. Did no one die? None of them died. I learned a new trick. If you right click a Necromancer with an emerald, you give them a higher level in creative. I have 3 not that good guards. They don't even have iron swords, and let's see what they can do. It's pretty easy. Let's give them a couple. So as you can see, it looks like the Necromancer is pretty easy to beat at this moment, so I'm kind of sure that Tango will make him stronger. Back to the village. Welcome back in the village. Not a lot happened. I think since the last video I just expanded the wood farm a little bit. It didn't get any prettier. And there has been some changes to the mod, with the most important one being the levels. So let's find a villager quickly. There we go. Now, this villager has an intelligence level of 14 and he's currently an 11 level farmer. Now, previously that meant they would just level up a lot faster if they had a higher intelligence. But currently it's that below 14 they level up quite quickly, and after 14 they will level up pretty slow. Now I took your wheat there, I'm sorry. The question is of course, how do we make our villagers smarter? And we can do that while teaching them while they're kids, but we can also give them access to our library. Now the library is 48 emeralds and there's a slight issue with that, and the issue is that I only have 15 emeralds. So we need to go trading a lot. What can we trade today? Stack of oak wood, and I think, yes, some leather. It's not a lot though. I wish I had more ladder. And well, a cake would be really great, but we need chickens for that first, I think. But chickens is probably all we need for that. Chicken coop is 25 emeralds, so we'll go for the library first. I found another thing. I heard you like potatoes. Meanwhile, I've also started just gathering things he likes to trade for a lot of emeralds. And just grabbing them out of the storage room so the villagers don't use it anymore. And that seems to work. I think that's actually my biggest mistake so far, and that's not focusing on trading. I'm just focusing on the village and just even enjoying seeing them walking them around like the guard back there. But I really need to focus on trading now, because the buildings are becoming more expensive and I will need to be able to afford them. So that's what we're gonna do now. Another thing I want to talk about is, what are your questions about TekTopia? Do you still have things that are unclear? If so, please put them in the comments, and then next episode we'll just answer them. I'll show them on screen, and for some I will just even go to creative and test things out. I think that would be a great idea. Now of course, that doesn't mean spam the comments. Just ask about 2 or 3 questions max, and also try to like other people's comments if you actually have the same question. That keeps it nice and clean. Thank you. Unfortunately, our trade for the day is just a bit of ladder. The other ones are things we just don't have enough of. But we should possibly extend the farm. Should we also have carrots and beetroots available? Our guards have found a place where they can practice, apparently. But I'm not getting the notifications that they're getting damaged. And that's not good. Oh no. Let's light up a bit more. I've started on the carrot farm. It will still need a lot of time to grow, but it will work. I placed a little bit farther away than the rest of the farms, which means the farmers will be here less often, but there will likely be enough to eventually just get a stack of both. Six emeralds. And I think there was also an oak trade. Yes, 2 emeralds. Now I actually hope the miners got 1 more diamond out of the mine today. And they have not, unfortunately. I've made the other farm, still need to plant it. But unfortunately it's touching this house. Now I hope next episode we can work on a little bit more houses, so we can also just move this house then. Thanks to Nightshade from the Tango Tech community, this farm is just filled with beetroot seeds immediately. So that will just have to grow, and well, the carrots will take a while. So my guard was just under attack, and he doesn't have a sword anymore. He's still protecting the village though. Let's quickly make him a new one. The farmers are working on a new field, so we're at 43 emeralds now, and we have 5 emeralds to go for our library. Unfortunately today we only had 1 trade for 3 emeralds, so we have to wait until tomorrow. But the library is getting close, and I've chosen a location for it. Perfect timing. Last night I finished the library. It only has 1 bookcase, unfortunately. Because ladder is still pretty expensive for me. However, the merchant is accepting wool. And that means we get 10 more emeralds. And it's also accepting mutton, which means 10 more emeralds. 20 emeralds in a day. Thank you, merchant. And it's now time to go to our ugly town hall. And get a library. And we still have 18 emeralds left, so we're doing really good now. And immediately I'm gonna spend some more emeralds because there is a blacksmith here. A nomad. Let's quickly run to you. A 15 level blacksmith with 25 intelligence. Which is absolutely amazing. So I'm immediately gonna get a profession token. Now I don't have the building yet for the blacksmith. But we at least have the blacksmith. How much does a building cost for you? Probably way too much. A building for the blacksmith cost 48 emeralds. Oh gosh. Oh no. Well, that's the thing we're going to collect next. At least he's here and he can spend his days at the library getting even smarter. There were some issues with pathfinding inside this, so I just removed the table and the chairs. The villagers can also read while standing up, so this is just enough. Now our quest for beetroots has one little problem, and that is I couldn't find any beetroots here. But I did find where they ended up. The chef took them and made beetroot soup. I guess that's also nice. Something I didn't notice is that the mine shafts were, well, empty. So they didn't count anymore, apparently. So I made 2 new ones and I will be making a few more. And I've expanded our mine. Some unused tunnels again. I wish the druid was a little bit more efficient, but it's only a level 1 druid, so can't really blame him for that. I just got a message that Jozon has been killed by mob damage. Wasn't Joe the blacksmith we just bought? Unfortunately, Jozon and Dot Bookworm have been killed by mob damage. There's currently a bug in the game, so the players don't get notified when they take damage. And only get notified when they die, which unfortunately means I didn't know that there was a mob attack going on. And I couldn't do anything. So we gotta get more miners. We only have 1 now left. Small update. Dot Bookworm was a druid. It wasn't our miner, so we lost our druid. And well, the best protection against deaths in the mine is basically a druid, because they don't place, well, they place blocks, so miners go less into new areas. So we need a new druid. We have, I think, 4 nomads today. And they're all different levels, but there was somebody with 24 intelligence, and congrats, Daniela Bookworm. You will be a miner. Now, to end this episode a little bit more positive, you can see them learning. It's really awesome to see them read. So, the higher their intelligence level, the slower they will get new levels, but I'm pretty sure it is currently my smartest, yep, it is my smartest villagers who are reading. So that's not ideal, but good enough, I guess. She already gained a level already. Great job, Bookworm. And that was the end of this episode. Don't forget to put your questions about TekTopia in the comments. I'll try to get most of them answered in the next episode. And well, see you in the next episode. It will at least arrive a lot sooner, because, well, I don't have to leave for work. So, see you next episode. Bye!